Will the clerk call the roll, please?
Commissioner Heinrich.
Here.
Commissioner Brassad.
Here.
Commissioner Reinert.
Here.
Commissioner Gamache.
Here.
Commissioner Schulte.
Here.
Commissioner Jepson. Commissioner Meisner.
Here.
And we're all present and accounted for. Next, we'll consider accepting the regular claims paid over $500 and purchase card claims paid for the period ending December 12th of 2025.
So moved.
There's a motion by Commissioner Brassad. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Jepson. Any further discussion? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
Commissioner Heinrich.
Aye.
And that passes. Next, we'll look for approval of the minutes from December 16th, 2025, County Board meeting. There's a motion to approve the minutes from December 16th. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Meisner. Is there any corrections or additions to the minutes or changes at all? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Those minutes are passed. Next, we have chair's remarks. I have a few for you today. It's a new year, and we have a lot of new things to tackle in 2026, and I'm looking forward to being a big part of that solution. I'm hoping you're all willing to tackle this and jump in with me to see what we can do. In a fashion that we probably haven't done for a really long time. The board has been divided, and I've been a part of that, and I want to be a part of the solution. And it's no surprise in today's society that society is divided. It's divided pretty equally between the right and the left, and people declare what they are. They declare whether they're DFL or right or left or whatever you want to put the moniker, whatever it is. And this board's no different. Even though our offices are nonpartisan, city councils, school boards, county boards are nonpartisan offices. But people have their proclivities. We are human beings. I'm a noted and I guess just noted conservative. It's the way I lead my life. It's the way I govern. And our new vice chair, Commissioner Meisner, is a noted DFLer, and that's self-admitted, and she's proud of that. And together, we have worked together in the last few weeks to put together a leadership model where we're going to work together to solve a lot of problems. And we think it's a new leadership model for Anoka County. And we're hoping our fellow county board members will not only buy into it, but will work with us to show how that will work, to how that's going to be the best for Anoka County residents, Anoka County staff, and the future elected Anoka County officials beyond the current board. Because people are going to be divided. They're always going to be divided. They're always going to be in different factions. But that doesn't mean you can't work together. It doesn't mean you can't solve problems together, because it's our charge. It's what we're elected to do. So with that, we're also going to work on a model, how we can elect chairs and vice chairs going forward, whether that's a rotation basis. Hopefully it's a rotational basis that we're going to put together in coming meetings, in coming workshops, where it's set up where people are going to rotate into these positions, where they know where they're going to come in, how they're going to come in, and how they're going to work together. I think it can be done. The last thing I want to mention is that at this meeting today, when committee assignments come up for their reports, the leader of that committee from 2025 will give that report, because those meetings were in 2025, and the 2026 lead will do that in the subsequent meetings for committees. Basically, I think that just means transportation, because management was Commissioner Meisner and is Commissioner Meisner, and internal audit was me and is me. So with that, I think the vice chair does have some comments for vice chair's reports today.
Well,
Commissioner Meisner.
thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you for your comments. First of all, I would like to thank Commissioner Gamache for his 2 years of leadership as chair, also Commissioner Reinert for his 3 years of leadership in vice chair. Commissioner Gamache and I, for many years, have wanted to establish a rotating chair practice. And while most of this board could actually get behind that idea, it has proven very challenging to implement. For myself, I have wanted to support a rotating chair practice because it takes politics out. It puts putting and serving the public first. As Commissioner Schulte mentioned, county government is local government. It is about our own backyard, and it is a nonpartisan seat. And it is true. None of us have to answer to a caucus. We don't have to battle through an endorsement process. We answer directly to the voters and not to a party. That is frankly why I was interested in running for this office in the first place. But the reality is, politics is, and the letter that comes after your name, has become the silent underpinnings of being an Anoka County Commissioner. As someone who did not have a political background before this role, I never quite understood the degree of which this played out. I mean, to Commissioner Schulte's point, this is America. We do have the right to vote. We all get to choose what most aligns with our values, and I am proud to be a DFLer. That is my voting history. But some of my colleagues choose a different team, and that is not the problem. The problem is when we get our own personal politics in the way from serving the public. Republican or Democrat, Republican, conservative or liberal, us against them. It is time that we set aside our labels in Anoka County, and we do have a long-standing tradition of having a political majority rule. For decades, the Anoka County Board has been a race to get a political majority, which of course over time just switches from one to the other. Today, the political divide is not only widening, it has gotten violent. Only months ago, we endured the political assassination of the Hortmans and the shooting of the Hoffmans in their own homes. Senator Hoffman is a friend and a mentor of mine, and when I was first elected as commissioner, he told me that the biggest mistake people make in politics is letting things get personal. It should never be about you or your feelings. It should always be about working together and figuring out solutions. I believe the best long-term solutions that we can all get behind is by working together. By establishing a rotating chair practice puts the focus on what local government should be about, working together to serve our communities. It's time to break the status quo in Anoka County and usher in a new era. And I am thrilled to be part of this bipartisan leadership team. I want to thank my colleagues for their support, not just for me as vice chair, but support for the shared vision of rotating chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Meisner. That will move us to our next item on the agenda, which is Committee of the Whole reports. We'll move to the Management Committee, which has some informational items. Commissioner Meisner.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The management of the Committee of the Whole, we met on Tuesday, December 16th in this building at 8:15 a.m. There were no public comments in person. As always, I do also accept them via email. There were none via email, but you may reach me at mandy.meisner@anokacounty.mn.gov. This is informational, but I will just kind of recap. The first one was approving following positions for the Employee Assistant Program, and these are two positions that have been switched up. That actually went directly to the board last meeting, so that's been all approved. We also discussed an employment agreement with Kevin McNallen as his appointment to the Assistant Director of Emergency Communication. And last, we discussed the legal publication bids for 2026 with contracts to be considered for approval at the 2026 organizational meeting, which we also passed earlier this morning at 8:30. We did have a closed session to talk about some legal matters, and then the last item that we discussed was related to the county's cybersecurity systems and cybersecurity policy. So with that, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Meisner. And that will bring us to the Committee of the Whole Transportation. And we will turn to Commissioner Jepson.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. The Transportation Committee met December 3rd at 1 p.m. at the Highway Department building. There was no one from the public to make comments. There were a number of projects for the county engineer to advertise for bids, including projects for the 2026 countywide pavement preservation program and projects in Fridley, Spring Lake Park, and Coon Rapids. But the only item on our agenda for today is a recommendation to award contract C001204 in the amount of $4,556,829.20 to North Pine Aggregate. North Pine Aggregate was the lowest responsible bidder, with their bid coming in over $2 million below the engineer's estimate. Those are numbers we like to see. This project is for the reconstruction of Bow Street, which will include removing of poor soils, widening the roadway core, bituminous through lanes, bituminous shoulders, right turn lanes, and adding left turn lanes at 187th Lane, 190th Avenue, and 194th Avenue. And so with that, I will offer the motion to approve the contract with North Pine Aggregate.
There's a motion before us. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Heinrich. Is there any further discussion? It is impressive, $2.4 million below budget, or below engineer's estimate. That's really quite impressive. Very competitive, a lot of bids. With no further discussion, this is a roll call vote.
Commissioner Reinert,
Yes.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte,
Aye.
Commissioner Gibson,
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner,
Aye.
Commissioner Heinrich,
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
And that vote passes.
If,
Jepson.
yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. If I could just make a small comment here.
Absolutely.
Yes, during our, during our organizational meeting, yes, I will no longer be leading the Transportation Committee. There are a number of other boards and commissions that I have chosen to be on or been appointed to represent Anoka County at the state and more of a regional responsibility. So I am very excited that my colleague, Commissioner Heinrich, is going to step into that role as he has an equal passion for transportation. And I know that he will represent Anoka County and this board internally very well. So I look forward to his leadership.
Well, and thank you, Commissioner Jepson, for your work on the Transportation Committee. It's been exemplary, and certainly staying on the Transportation Advisory Board and your work regionally has been very important to Anoka County, and we look forward to your continued work there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Does that conclude your report with
Yes.
Transportation? We'll move on then to the Internal Audit Committee report. And we held our meeting on December 15th here in Conference Room 772. Our first item, Julie Mader and Felicia Try of the Office of the State Auditor conducted their entrance meeting here. And that is for the county's annual audit for the year of 2025. That report will be completed by June of this year. That was their entrance meeting. And then secondly, we had our 2026 audit plan was presented by our internal auditor. That was approved and accepted, our 2026 audit plan. And then we had a verbal report on other areas of audit work, and there were no concerns raised at all. And then we did also approve the internal auditor's possible 2026 travel plans that are actually paid for by the Institute of Internal Auditors. All the travel costs are covered. So we just more or less approved those and made sure it's on record that that he has those continuing education credits, that he's doing that work appropriately, and the county approves of that. And that does conclude the internal audit report. And with that, we are going to move to the additional agenda item that's before you. And you'll notice that's something we covered in our organizational meeting today that was a little bit of a misstep. Commissioner Reinert was listed on the canvassing board, but because he's on the ballot this fall, he cannot be on the canvassing board. So you'll see we're going to consider appointing Commissioner Meisner to the canvassing board, replacing Commissioner Reinert. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have a motion by Commissioner Gamache. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Heinrich. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that item passes unanimously. Is there anything else to come before the county board? Commissioner Gamache.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to congratulate Commissioner Schulte on becoming the chair for 2026, and Commissioner Meiser becoming the vice chair for 2026. I want to thank the board for their support over the last 2 years of being your chair. It's been a tough couple years, but we've got a lot done at the same time. And I'm looking forward to some of the things that were discussed earlier by Board Chair Schulte and Vice Chair Meisner about coming together and working on the plans for having the rotating chairs. It's something that Commissioner Meisner and I have been talking about for a number of years, and I think that was what my hope was as we moved into the phase in 2024. And then 2025, I had another year of being the chair, and that was great. But I was always looking that we started this process. And I know it takes some time to get used to having it laid out and having a platform that actually works. And I'm confident that through the year we can put that together and be successful at it. And I think that will give us, as Commissioner Meiser said in her statement, some opportunities to really balance things. Now, we did some balancing when Mr. Dickinson came in, and he was also proposing the committees of a whole, and the committees of the whole, I think, have worked great over the last couple of years. It really, I think, gets us really involved in what's happening on every committee instead of having 3 commissioners here and 2 commissioners there. Now we're all in every single one of those committee meetings. It's very helpful moving forward, and I think that has helped balance things a little bit. It did reduce some of the power of the board, and I was okay with that, and Commissioner Schulte is okay with it as well. The discussion that we had about as we were pointing out the leads and other committees that we were being appointed to, we've changed that a bit too. Now we've got everybody involved in that in a fall meeting, in November or October meeting, that we can discuss which committees we're going to sit on and what we want to focus on. So a lot of those things have reduced some of the power of the board, but in my mind, that's a good thing. I think that's working to our benefit, and I'm looking forward to 2026. So thank you both.
Yeah, the only correction I would make is it hasn't reduced the power of the board at all. It's reduced the centralized power
Yeah.
of specific people on the board.
Right.
The actual board has all the same powers, which is fantastic.
Yeah, to say board, I meant chair.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Any further comments? Seeing none, we're adjourned. Thank you all.